Have you ever felt like certain people or emotions are weighing you down, especially as you grow older? It's time to free yourself from these invisible chains and start living the peaceful, joyful life you deserve. In this video, we'll dive into the things you must let go of in old age to protect your emotional well-being and rediscover your true happiness. Stay with us until the end because these insights could be the key to unlocking the freedom and inner peace you've been searching for. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first thing you must free yourself from in old age is negative people. These individuals are not just a nuisance. They are like a heavy, invisible chain wrapped around your spirit, dragging you down with every interaction. Their relentless complaints, harsh criticisms, and unyielding pessimism are like toxic energy that seeps into your soul, slowly suffocating your joy. Being in their presence is emotionally suffocating, as they rob you of the precious peace you've worked so hard to cultivate over the years. You can almost feel the weight of their negativity sinking into your bones, draining you of vitality and hope, leaving you emotionally depleted, exhausted, and perhaps even questioning your own happiness. At this delicate and invaluable stage of your life, your peace of mind is sacred. You've weathered enough storms, and now is the time for tranquility and positivity. Yet these negative people bring nothing but an endless storm of problems that aren't even yours to carry. Their dark, pessimistic clouds cast shadows over your moments of joy, forcing you to bear the crushing burden of their unhappiness. If you find yourself constantly pulled down by certain individuals who can never seem to see the beauty in life, it's time to take a hard, courageous look at those relationships. Releasing or distancing yourself from these energy vampires is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation, a vital step toward protecting your emotional and even physical well-being. Life is simply too short, too precious to waste on people who only drain your happiness. By eliminating these destructive forces, you create a wide, open space for relationships that uplift, inspire, and bring true meaning to your days. Surrounding yourself with people who radiate positivity and joy allows you to finally breathe freely, to savor life's beauty without the heavy weight of others' misery pressing down on your heart. This is your time to shine brighter, to embrace the peace and fulfillment you so deeply deserve, without the unnecessary burdens that come from those who cannot see the light. The second thing you must eliminate from your life in old age is the toxic weight of grudges and resentments. These deeply ingrained emotions, often rooted in past hurts, betrayals, and disappointments, are like invisible chains that bind your soul, weighing you down and preventing you from experiencing the peace and fulfillment that should come with this stage of life. As we journey through life, it's inevitable that we encounter people who hurt us, betray our trust, or cause us pain. But holding on to that pain into your later years is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Grudges act as emotional shackles, keeping you tethered to moments of suffering, anger, and bitterness that no longer serve you. When you harbor resentment, the person who caused the harm may not even be aware of the burden you're carrying, or worse, they may not care. Meanwhile, that grudge seeps into every part of your being, affecting your mental health, your physical well-being, and your ability to fully embrace the present moment. The emotional toll is profound. Carrying resentment is like carrying a toxic weight that consumes your energy, dampens your spirit, and leaves you feeling drained and disconnected. Your thoughts might spiral into constant reliving of past wrongs, which only deepens the emotional wound, making it harder to break free. This isn't just an emotional burden. Studies have shown that the negative impact of unresolved emotions can manifest physically. Grudges can lead to heightened stress levels, which in turn can raise blood pressure, disrupt sleep patterns, and even contribute to heart disease. The emotional heaviness of resentment can rob you of vitality, joy, and even years of your life. Imagine how much lighter and freer your life could be without this mental and emotional baggage dragging you down. Letting go of these grudges is not an easy task. It requires strength, vulnerability, and a willingness to confront the pain. But in doing so, you reclaim your power. Forgiveness is not about condoning the harm done to you or pretending that the wrong never happened. Instead, it is about freeing yourself from the toxic grip that the past has on you. It is an act of self-love, an acknowledgement that you deserve peace, happiness, and freedom in your life now, regardless of what happened before. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting, and it certainly doesn't mean allowing those who wronged you back into your life to hurt you again. It means releasing yourself from the bitterness, the anger, and the desire for revenge that only continues to harm you. When you release resentment, you create space in your heart and mind for more meaningful things: peace, joy, and love. You make room for new relationships that are built on trust and understanding, rather than letting the past dictate your future interactions. The energy that was once consumed by reliving past hurts can be redirected into building new, positive memories and experiencing moments of true joy and contentment. By letting go, you open yourself up to a lighter, more gratifying life, one where the shadows of the past no longer darken your present or future. This emotional liberation is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. It allows you to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity, free from the heavy chains of bitterness that once bound you. The journey to forgiveness may be long and challenging, but the reward, emotional freedom and inner peace, is worth every step. As you let go of grudges, you reclaim your own happiness and well-being, setting yourself on a path toward a life filled with love, joy, and fulfillment, unburdened by the past. The third thing you must eliminate from your life in old age is the paralyzing fear of change. As we grow older, we tend to gravitate towards routines and habits that offer comfort, familiarity, and a sense of stability in an ever-changing world. These daily rituals become a source of security, helping us navigate life's uncertainties. However, the deep-seated fear of change can quietly close the doors to new experiences, opportunities, and adventures that could bring vibrancy and purpose to our later years. It's an instinctual response, a desire to hold on to what we know, to resist the unknown. Yet, in doing so, we unintentionally trap ourselves in a cycle of stagnation, where life feels limited and boxed in by self-imposed boundaries. Fear of change can creep into different areas of life. It can show up as a reluctance to learn new skills, such as modern technology, which may feel overwhelming or unnecessary, but in reality, offers tools for deeper connection and convenience. It can manifest in declining invitations to explore new places, believing that it's too late or that such adventures are no longer meant for us. This fear may even prevent you from meeting new people, building new friendships, or trying new activities that could spark joy and excitement. With each no, a part of life's richness slips further out of reach, and the world begins to shrink. But old age should not be synonymous with settling into a static existence. It should be seen as a time for rediscovery, a period where, if you embrace the unknown, you can still uncover treasures within yourself and the world around you. Every day offers the possibility of newness, whether it's learning a new hobby, trying different foods, exploring uncharted destinations, or simply having conversations that challenge your thinking. These experiences can be small, subtle, but their impact can be immense. The truth is, the world continues to offer moments of joy, growth, and wonder, no matter your age, but only if you remain open to it. Letting fear dictate your choices will slowly erode your sense of freedom, turning life into a repetitive loop of what has always been rather than what could be. Yes, the unknown can be intimidating, but it can also be exhilarating. It holds the potential for growth, for unlocking parts of yourself that you may not even realize still exist. You are never too old to discover something new about yourself or the world. Embracing change, rather than resisting it, keeps you mentally sharp, emotionally resilient, and connected to the evolving world around you. It allows you to stay in tune with life's rhythm, rather than feeling like a spectator on the sidelines. Accepting change means accepting that life is fluid, constantly evolving, and that you are capable of adapting and thriving within this flow. Just because something is unfamiliar doesn't mean it's bad. It might just be the doorway to new friendships, newfound passions, or even greater inner peace. The willingness to step outside of your comfort zone can lead to a more enriching, fulfilling existence, one where you continue to grow, learn, and find joy. Remember, some of your best stories, your most meaningful memories, could still be ahead of you. You have the power to write those chapters, but only if you are willing to open yourself to the possibility of change. In this stage of life, more than ever, it is important to break free from the illusion that change is something to fear. It is, in fact, a tool for reinvention, for rediscovering who you are now in the context of all that you have experienced. By embracing the ebb and flow of life, you move with ease through new circumstances, finding purpose in each transition. The beauty of aging lies in the realization that, no matter how old you are, you still possess the ability to evolve. The best chapters of your life are not confined to your younger years. They are the ones you are writing right now, and they have the potential to be filled with wisdom, adventure, and joy. So, throw open the door to new possibilities. Take that step into the unknown, knowing that life's most beautiful moments are often found on the other side of fear. Let this be the time you seize change with open arms, allowing it to lead you to new horizons, new perspectives, and a deeper appreciation for the ever-unfolding journey of life. The fourth thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is the harmful insistence on maintaining toxic or worn-out romantic relationships. As we grow older, it becomes increasingly evident that time is one of our most precious and irreplaceable resources. Each day carries with it the opportunity to fill your life with joy, peace, and fulfillment. Wasting that precious time in relationships that no longer bring you happiness, affection, or mutual growth can be devastating not only to your emotional well-being but also to your mental health. Many people, out of fear of being alone or clinging to memories of what once was, remain trapped in relationships that have long outlived their purpose. These relationships are often built on foundations of resentment, lack of respect, or the suffocating routine that drains both partners of any sense of joy or connection. Fear of loneliness can be a powerful force, convincing you that staying in an unfulfilling relationship is better than being alone. But the truth is, continuing to invest in a relationship that no longer serves you, especially one that is toxic, is far more damaging than the solitude you might initially fear. Toxic relationships, whether characterized by manipulation, constant criticism, neglect, or emotional distance, act like an emotional anchor, dragging you down and preventing you from experiencing the peace and joy you deserve. These relationships can sap your energy, chip away at your self-worth, and leave you feeling emotionally drained, questioning your value and purpose. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. At this stage of life, you have the right to be surrounded by love, respect, and genuine companionship. Romantic relationships should enhance your life, not deplete it. If you find yourself in a partnership where there is more pain than pleasure, more conflict than connection, it is time to take a step back and ask yourself if this relationship is truly worth holding on to. Just because you've invested years in a relationship doesn't mean you owe it your future if it no longer brings you joy. The idea that it's too late to start over, or that love has an expiration date, is simply untrue. Love, affection, and companionship are ageless, and the decision to walk away from a relationship that no longer serves you is an act of profound self-care and courage. It's important to remember that eliminating a toxic or worn-out relationship from your life doesn't necessarily mean an abrupt or dramatic breakup. Sometimes, it involves a transformation, honest, deep conversations where boundaries are set and mutual respect is restored. In some cases, it might lead to a healthier version of the relationship, one based on new understanding and appreciation. In other cases, it may mean the healthy and respectful closure of a chapter, allowing both individuals to move forward with peace. No matter the outcome, the key is to prioritize your own well-being and to recognize that you deserve relationships that enrich your life, not deplete it. Choosing to let go of a toxic relationship is a brave decision that leads to regaining your inner peace. It opens the door to the possibility of a more harmonious life, one where your relationships, romantic or otherwise, are sources of support, joy, and comfort rather than conflict and pain. It's about creating space for the kind of love and connection that uplifts you, nurtures your soul, and adds lightness to your days. Love, especially in this later stage of life, should not be a source of constant heartache or suffering. It should be a sanctuary, a place where you feel valued, respected, and cherished. The right relationship can bring immense joy, filling your life with warmth and companionship. If the relationship you are currently in doesn't align with this, know that you have the strength and the right to choose differently. You deserve a love that celebrates who you are now, not one that diminishes your worth or keeps you tethered to the past. So, free yourself from the burden of toxic relationships, and embrace the possibility of finding or rekindling love that brings peace, happiness, and fulfillment into your life. The fifth thing you should release from your life in old age is the excessive attachment to the past. As we age, it's only natural to look back, reflecting on the chapters of our lives that brought joy, love, pain, and growth. These memories, whether moments of triumph or deep regret, often become a part of our identity, shaping how we view ourselves and our journey. However, the danger lies in becoming so anchored to these memories that they prevent you from fully embracing the present and cultivating new experiences. Living in the shadow of what has already passed, whether it's the glories of your youth or the heartaches and losses you've endured, can create an invisible prison, robbing you of the joy, potential, and peace available to you in the here and now. We often hold on to the past as if it's all we have left, as though those memories define our entire existence. But that's not true. The present moment still holds immense potential, and old age, rather than signaling the end of new possibilities, offers a unique opportunity to live with greater freedom and wisdom. Instead of focusing on what once was, there's a whole new world of experiences waiting for you to explore. Whether it's discovering a new hobby, meeting interesting people, traveling to places you've always dreamed of, or simply learning to appreciate the quiet beauty of everyday life. Life, in its simplicity, becomes more profound when seen through the lens of experience and understanding that only age can provide. Clinging to past regrets or lost opportunities does nothing but bring feelings of frustration, sadness, and even bitterness. It keeps you trapped in an endless cycle of what if and if only, distracting you from the precious moments unfolding around you. While the past is an important part of who you are, it is not all that you are. By letting go of this attachment, you free yourself from the weight of expectations, disappointments, and memories that no longer serve you. It's an act of liberation, allowing you to reclaim your emotional and mental energy for the life you have now, the moments you can still shape and cherish. When you choose to release the grip of the past, something remarkable happens. You create space for gratitude. You begin to appreciate the beauty of the present moment and recognize the blessings that still surround you, even in the smallest, quietest details of life. The laughter of a grandchild, the warmth of a sunset, the serenity of a morning cup of tea. These simple moments carry a richness that only those who have lived long can truly understand. Accepting the past as a chapter that has been written allows you to turn the page with grace, moving into a future filled with new possibilities, no matter your age. It's important to remember that every phase of life carries its own unique beauty and purpose. In youth, we chase dreams and accomplishments, often unaware of time's swift passage. In old age, there's a profound opportunity to slow down, to savor, to live more deeply with fewer distractions and more clarity. Accepting that each stage of life has something special to offer brings an immense sense of peace. The present moment becomes your focus, and you realize that happiness isn't found in reliving old memories or wishing things had been different. Instead, it lies in how you choose to live now, how you embrace the people, experiences, and blessings that are currently part of your life. When you release your attachment to the past, you step into a life of greater ease. You are no longer burdened by what can't be changed, and you allow yourself to see the beauty in the unfolding present. Each day becomes an opportunity to write a new chapter, one that's not dictated by old narratives or outdated beliefs, but by the wisdom and freedom that come with age. You're not stuck in a life that has already been lived. You're still living, still capable of creating new memories, new connections, and new joys. Letting go of the past is not about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself from its hold so you can fully experience the beauty and wonder of what remains ahead. Ultimately, life is not meant to be lived in reverse, always looking back at what has been. It is meant to be experienced in the present, with an openness to whatever may come next. The best way to honor the past is by allowing it to teach you, to enrich your soul, and then to move forward with grace, knowing that every moment you've lived has prepared you for the joys and lessons still to come. Let go of the past, and you will find that the present holds a wealth of beauty and possibilities, just waiting for you to embrace them. The sixth thing you should release from your life in old age is the excessive responsibilities that no longer belong to you. Throughout life, we often take on roles that require us to be the backbone of our families, careers, and communities. Maybe you've spent decades raising children, building a career, or being the go-to person for support whenever a loved one was in need. These roles were undoubtedly meaningful, and they shaped who you are. But as you age, there comes a point when you must recognize that it is no longer your duty to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Holding on to responsibilities that no longer belong to you only serves to burden you unnecessarily, preventing you from experiencing the peace and rest you've earned after years of dedication and hard work. Old age is a time for reflection, for self-care, and for enjoying the richness of life at a slower, more mindful pace. Yet, too many people find themselves trapped in a cycle of continuing to say yes to everyone and everything, feeling as if they must still be the pillar holding everything together. This pressure to remain indispensable, to always be the caregiver, the problem solver, the one who makes everything right, can drain your energy and rob you of the serenity that should come with this stage of life. When you carry responsibilities that no longer serve you, you place yourself under unnecessary stress, sacrificing your own well-being for obligations that could easily be delegated or, in some cases, simply left behind. The fear of letting go is understandable. Many people worry that if they release their grip on certain tasks, things will fall apart, or that they will lose their sense of purpose and identity. But there is a significant difference between being responsible and being overburdened. Just because you have carried many responsibilities in the past does not mean you must continue to do so indefinitely. In fact, continuing to take on roles that are no longer yours can be counterproductive, as it prevents others, your children, your colleagues, or your loved ones, from stepping into their own roles of responsibility and growth. It's not about becoming selfish or abandoning your loved ones. On the contrary, it's about knowing when to allow others to step up and take control of their own lives, while you reclaim the time and energy that should now be devoted to yourself. Delegating responsibilities, whether in the family, at work, or in other areas of life, is an act of self-care and wisdom. By sharing the load, you give yourself the space to enjoy moments of rest, leisure, and reflection, which are essential to a healthy and happy old age. These moments of stillness are where true peace and contentment reside, allowing you to savor the beauty of life without constantly worrying about what needs to be done next. Too often, people enter their later years feeling like they must still be the glue that holds everything together. But it's important to remember that it's okay to step back, to let go of control, and to trust that others are capable of handling things without your constant involvement. You've done your part. Now it's time for others to learn, grow, and take on their own responsibilities. This isn't just beneficial for you, it's an important part of allowing others to develop their independence and resilience. By letting go of responsibilities that no longer serve you, you empower others to rise to the occasion and contribute in ways that are meaningful and valuable to them. Freeing yourself from these unnecessary burdens also opens the door to rediscovering what brings you joy. Whether it's spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies that you've long set aside, traveling, or simply enjoying quiet moments of contemplation, these are the things that will nourish your spirit and contribute to a sense of fulfillment. Life in old age should be about experiencing peace, not about constantly worrying about everyone else's problems. It's time to focus on what makes you happy, on what brings you contentment and serenity. You don't have to solve every problem, and you certainly don't need to carry more than is necessary. It's time to relax, to let go, and to allow yourself to live with lightness and ease. Embrace the freedom that comes from releasing responsibilities that no longer belong to you. In doing so, you create the space for a life filled with calm, joy, and an appreciation for the present moment. Your worth is not measured by how much you can carry, but by how fully you can live in the time you have left. Let go, and embrace the peace and simplicity that this stage of life has to offer. The seventh thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is the deeply ingrained need for approval from others. Throughout our lives, We are often conditioned to seek validation from the outside world, whether from friends, family, or society at large. This desire for approval shapes many of our decisions, from how we dress to the paths we choose in our careers or relationships. But as we enter old age, this relentless pursuit of external validation becomes not only exhausting but also a significant obstacle to living an authentic and peaceful life. The constant need to meet the expectations of others can prevent you from truly embracing who you are and from living in alignment with your deepest desires and values. Old age offers a powerful opportunity to shed the weight of others' opinions and live in a way that feels true to yourself. This stage of life is a time for liberation, a time to release the pressure to conform to society's standards or to be who others think you should be. The truth is, no matter how hard we try, we can never fully satisfy everyone's expectations, and attempting to do so often results in losing sight of our own needs and happiness. When we constantly look outside ourselves for approval, we hand over our power, allowing others to dictate how we live and what choices we make. But in reality, the only approval that truly matters is your own. Holding on to this need for external validation can stifle your potential for joy and fulfillment in old age. It's easy to fall into the trap of worrying about what others think, but doing so keeps you from exploring what makes you happy. You may find yourself hesitating to try new things, speak your truth, or pursue what truly lights you up, all because of the fear of judgment or criticism. But life, especially in your later years, is too precious to be lived under the shadow of other people's opinions. The only person who fully understands what is right for you, who knows what brings you peace and happiness, is you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. By eliminating the need for approval from your life, you take a vital step toward freedom and self-fulfillment. You give yourself permission to live in a way that aligns with your true self, to make choices based on your own desires and values without the burden of worrying about others' reactions. This is an incredibly empowering realization. The opinions of others may be fleeting, ever-changing, and often influenced by their own insecurities or biases, but your inner truth is steadfast. When you free yourself from this pressure to conform, you open the door to a life that feels lighter, more joyful, and deeply satisfying. You no longer need to justify your choices or seek validation for how you live, because you know, at your core, that you are living authentically. This newfound freedom is transformative. Without the constant need for approval, you can fully embrace the present moment, pursuing what brings you happiness, whether that's traveling to places you've always wanted to see, picking up a hobby that excites you, or simply spending more time doing the things that bring you peace. You begin to live life on your own terms, without the constraints of others' opinions weighing you down. And as you do so, you realize that the joy of living authentically far outweighs the fleeting approval of others. In the end, what truly matters is not how others perceive your life, but how you feel within it. Living in harmony with yourself, making choices that resonate with your inner truth and bring you peace, becomes the ultimate goal. It's about creating a life that feels good to you, a life that reflects who you are and what you value, rather than a life shaped by societal pressures or the expectations of those around you. By letting go of the need for approval, you grant yourself the ultimate gift, the freedom to be unapologetically yourself and to savor each moment on your own terms. As you embrace this way of living, you may find that you experience a deeper level of happiness, one that comes from within and is no longer dependent on the opinions of others. You are free to enjoy each day, each choice, and each experience fully, without the fear of judgment. And in doing so, you unlock a profound sense of contentment that comes from knowing that you are living a life that is true to who you are. Ultimately, the need for approval is just another chain that keeps you from living your best life, and releasing it is the key to finding true happiness and inner peace in your later years. The 8th thing you should eliminate from your life in old age is an unhealthy dependence on sex and masturbation, particularly the compulsive urge to engage in these activities every night. While sexuality remains a natural and important part of life at any age, it's crucial in your later years to find a balanced approach that doesn't disrupt your overall well-being, mental health, or personal relationships. The desire for physical pleasure is normal, but when it becomes an overpowering focus, dominating your thoughts and behaviors, it can create a dependency that negatively impacts other areas of your life. When sex or masturbation turns into a constant, almost obsessive need, it can begin to erode the emotional and spiritual aspects of your existence, leaving you feeling disconnected from deeper forms of intimacy and fulfillment. This excessive focus on immediate physical gratification often leads to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction, as the emotional and psychological nourishment you truly need gets sidelined. Additionally, overindulgence in these activities can create a cycle of frustration and even affect your physical health, particularly as your body may require more rest and care in old age. The problem arises when this dependency prevents you from enjoying other essential aspects of life. It can create an imbalance where the constant pursuit of sexual release or self-gratification takes precedence over moments of genuine connection with others, meaningful activities, or even personal growth. At this stage of life, there is a profound need for inner peace, tranquility, and emotional connection. Yet, over-reliance on physical pleasure can interfere with achieving that sense of calm and contentment. Freeing yourself from this dependency doesn't mean rejecting sexuality altogether. Instead, it means finding a healthier, more integrated approach to intimacy that enriches your life without dominating it. Old age offers a unique opportunity to rediscover new, more meaningful forms of pleasure that go beyond the physical. Deepening emotional connections with loved ones, cultivating companionship, engaging in stimulating dialogue, and practicing care and affection can provide a sense of fulfillment that physical acts alone cannot achieve. True intimacy at this stage of life takes on richer dimensions. It's about embracing the warmth of a caring touch, the joy of a heartfelt conversation, and the comfort of knowing you are seen and valued. These are the experiences that leave lasting impressions on your soul, far more than fleeting physical gratification. By shifting your focus from compulsive sexual desires to more emotionally fulfilling experiences, you will discover a deeper sense of satisfaction, one that resonates on a spiritual and emotional level. Breaking free from the compulsion of physical dependency will bring you greater peace and lightness in life. It will allow you to fully immerse yourself in the beauty of this phase, where wisdom, connection, and reflection take precedence over fleeting desires. You will find that by nurturing your emotional well-being and exploring new ways to experience pleasure, you gain a sense of wholeness and balance that enhances your overall happiness. Let this time be an opportunity to cultivate serenity and to enjoy the richness of life without the pressure of compulsive habits. This newfound equilibrium will bring you deeper joy, lasting contentment, and a true sense of fulfillment that transcends the physical. So, what have you learned so far? Which of these insights resonated with you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with one thing you've learned that you plan to put into practice in your life. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that will inspire and guide you through life's most important transitions.